Good morning, I'm Varghese. First up, the hatred towards writers campaigning for Nilakani seems to be reaching a new height. A bunch of miscreants covered the faces of Anand Murthy, Girish Karnad and Chandrasekhar Kambara with paper sheets. The incident took place at Chamrajpet. It is said to be the handiwork of office bearers of Kannada Katte Association. Well, incident coming to light where the faces of Gnanapith awardees have been covered with paper in Chamrajpet. It is said to be the handiwork of office bearers of Kannada Katte Association. The writers have been facing criticism from several quarters for their campaigning along with Congress candidates. This has in fact irked the top brass of the state's BJP leadership, who have gone all out against the writers. It seems that certain sections of the society also want to voice their concern on this, and now they've been able to deface the faces of these writers. However, a lot of them have criticized the move by the office bearers of the Kannada Katte Association. The structure was set up in the area to remind the people about the contributions made by several personalities towards the culture of Karnataka and its literature. In one of these places where the structure was placed, the faces of these three writers were in fact covered up with paper. The people who did it are believed to be protesting the Writers Association with the Congress candidates. As the dates of the elections draw closer, the ugly mudslinging between politicos is only expected to intensify. But one person from Nelamangala seems to have crossed all barriers with his latest antique.
The people standing with pamphlets are BJP workers of Nelamangala Taluk. The man in question here is this person by name Bairagowda. Bairagowda is the owner of Bhavani Shankar Hotel in Nelamangala and is also a Gram Panchayat member from Yantaganahalli. Bairagowda is also the member of an organization called Jagrata Matadara Vedike, an organization that claims its motto is to educate the voters about their candidates. However, the Vedike and its members have drawn severe flack from the JDS of late. The party claims that Bairagowda has been distributing anti-JDS pamphlets to the voters of Nelamangala. Wondering what is written on these pamphlets? The writing on the pamphlet is actually a letter addressed to former Prime Minister H.D. Devegowda and his family. In the letter, Bairagowda has first questioned H.D. Kumaraswamy as to why he has let down the people of Ramanagara by contesting from Chikbalapur constituency this election. He has asked HDK if the leader now wants to fool the people of Chikbalapur after the voters of Ramanagara got fed up of his false promises.
ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಯಾಕೆ ವಲಸಿಗರಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದರು? ಯಾಕೆ ಅವ್ರ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ವಾ? ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಯಾಕೆ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಹಾಕಲ್ಲ? ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಬಂದರು? ಇದೆ. ಆದರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಸ್ವಂತ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು? ಅಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಂಬಿದಂಥ ಜನ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಜನ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇವ್ರು ನಿಂತ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ MP ಗೆ ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಯಾವ ಲೆಕ್ಕ? ಇವ್ರು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಯಾವ ಲೆಕ್ಕ? ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಸಮಯ ಬಂದಂಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಓಡಾಡೋದು, ಯಾರನ್ನು ಬೇಕೋ ತುಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪಾಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಓಡಾಡೋದು, ಈ ಕೆಲಸನಾ?
He has also quite rudely questioned Devegowda as to why he feels that nobody other than himself is the true son of the soil. He has also gone on to use rude language to condemn the JDS leaders. And this letter has been distributed to every voter via the morning newspaper. The JDS has taken serious offence to this and has approached the Nelamangala Taluk office demanding action. They stated that Bairagowda himself is on the wrong side, one who has managed to obey the law due to his connections with R. Ashoka. Aditya, News 9, Nelamangala.
With elections nearing, political parties get creative to woo voters. Take a look as to what a political party in Tamil Nadu is doing to attract voters.
Take a look at these visuals. Music, dance and an air of festivity. What you see on your screens is the dance show organized by the DMK for their Chennai Central candidate Dayanidhi Maran. The celebrations took place before DMK scion MK Stalin arrived to campaign for Maran. Artists were hired to entertain the audience and they certainly did their job well. Hundreds of people gathered to see young men and women dance to filmy numbers. Stalin trained his guns on the party's arch rival AIA-DMK Supremo J. Jayalalitha. He said that the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister is afraid to meet the people and thus doesn't give public appearances. The DMK scion also attacked Jayalalitha's style of government.
5 கோடி ரூபாய் நிதியும் ஒதுக்கியிருக்காங்க முதல் கட்டமா. இதுவரைக்கும் என்ன பணிகளை செஞ்சிருக்காங்க? எதையாவது ஒண்ண ஆதாரத்தோட சொல்லட்டும். நான் அரசியல்ல இருந்தே விளைக்கிறேன். ஆக இப்படித்தான் அறிவிப்பு வெறும் அனௌன்ஸ்மென்ட் தான். வெறும் அனௌன்ஸ்மென்ட் ஆட்சி தான். ஏதோ அறிவிப்புகள் ஆட்சி தான். இன்றைக்கு ஜெயலலிதா ஆட்சியில தொடர்ந்து நடந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறது. ஆக இதையெல்லாம் நீங்க புரிந்து கொண்டு 3 வருஷமாக ஆட்சி நடத்தக்கூடிய ஜெயலலிதா இந்த தமிழ்நாட்டு மக்களுக்கு அதேபோல இந்த சென்னை மாநகர மக்களுக்கு எதையும் செய்யவில்லை என்பதை இன்றைக்கு நாம் கண்கூடாக பார்க்கிறோம்.
Stalin made a short but sharp speech and urged the people to vote for their party's candidate Dayanidhi Maran. Political parties are leaving no stone unturned to draw the attention of voters during election campaigns. Will these populist stunts help the DMK register a win remains to be seen. Ramesh P. Kantirava, News 9, Chennai.
Miscreants set fire to 3 bikes in Jayanagar 3rd block. The incident woke up the residents in the area. They set fire to bikes that were parked in front of a house. The incident occurred at around 11:30 p.m. yesterday. The residents were able to douse the flames, but by then the bikes were severely damaged because of the fire. The Tilaknagar police are investigating the case. A case of wanton vandalism has come to light from Jayanagar, where 3 bikes were set fire. The residents woke up after seeing the flames and they were able to douse the flames, but by then the damage had already been done. The police are investigating which gang is behind this and what was their intention in vandalizing the property of others. They set fire to 3 bikes and 3 bikes have been gutted because of it. The Tilaknagar police have taken up the case and they are on the lookout for the people behind it. Vijay Mallya, the king of good times, may now lose his Kingfisher brand. Lenders have started the process of selling brands associated with the grounded Kingfisher Airlines. The ones up for grabs are Kingfisher, Fly the Good Times and Flying Models. The sale will not directly impact Mallya's flagship beer brand by the same name. That's because the airline and the beer brands are registered under different categories. However, Dutch giant Heineken, which is the largest shareholder in United Breweries, makers of the Kingfisher beer, has reportedly expressed concern about the sale of the surrogate Kingfisher Airline brand. Kingfisher Airlines, which has not flown since October 2012 and whose license has been suspended, owes rupees 8,000 crore to banks. With no signs of airline repaying this huge amount, banks had earlier started the process of selling pledged properties and now is eyeing Kingfisher brand that some years ago was valued at rupees 3,000 crore. Bankers hope to recover only about rupees 1,000 crore by selling some pledged properties, helicopters and other assets. Hence, they are now looking at selling the brand to at least recover a fraction of the controversial loans that they kept giving to KFA despite its failing health. Kingfisher Airline, especially the brand Kingfisher Airline, is up for grabs. Vijay Mallya, the king of good times, may now lose that prestigious brand that he had built upon in the domestic airline sector. Lenders have started the process of selling the brands associated with the grounded airline. The ones up for grab include Kingfisher Fly, the Good Times and Flying Models. The sale will not directly impact Malia's flagship beer brand by the same name. That's because the airline and the beer brands are registered under different categories. However, Dutch giant Heineken, which is the largest shareholder in United Breweries, the makers of the Kingfisher beer, has reportedly expressed concern about the sale of the surrogate Kingfisher airline brand. Months after the Indian Aviation Ministry lifted the ban on flying super jumbos into the country, India will soon see the mighty warplanes operational. Here's a report.
Airbus A380 all set to make its debut in India. Yes, Singapore Airlines will pioneer the operation of Airbus A380 aircraft in the country. The air service provider will fly the world's largest passenger jet aircraft to Delhi and Mumbai from May 30th. With this, Singapore Airlines will become the first carrier to fly the super jumbos into India. The Indian Aviation Ministry had implemented a ban on super jumbos in an effort to help struggling domestic carriers cope up with global competition. The mighty airplane is now all set to fly into India after the ban was lifted earlier this year. Singapore Airlines, Emirates and Lufthansa had expressed interest in flying A380s into India on various international routes. But Singapore Airlines has taken the first step. Sources said that Emirates and Lufthansa are eyeing to operate A380s in the country, considering India is the second most populous country. Singapore Airlines officials said that they are pleased to initiate the Super Jumbo service in India.
We have been keen to operate the Airbus A380 to India and are glad the air services agreement between Singapore and India now allows us to do so. India is a particularly important market for Singapore Airlines and we are very pleased more of our customers will soon be able to experience the spaciousness and comfort of the world's largest aircraft.
Presently, only 4 airports, namely Delhi, Mumbai, Hyderabad and Bengaluru, have the infrastructure to accommodate the double-decker planes, which can seat up to 850 passengers in a single-class configuration. After about 7 years after the aircraft made its entry into commercial service, it has entered the Indian market. A News 9 report.